Today I'm going to give you a product review and compare 3 Clinique foundations. I have the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation, the Chubby and the Nude Foundation Stick, and the Super Balanced makeup that I am going to show you and let you know what I think. So with each foundation, I am going to first show you what I look like without any makeup on whatsoever. Then I'm going to apply the foundation right on camera so that you could see what it looks like to apply. So then you'll see my face with the foundation only so that you could see just what the foundation looks like. Then I'll put on a full face of makeup, same colors with each foundation so that you can compare foundation, not makeup looks. And then I will come back at the end of my day and show you what the foundation looks like at the end of the day. So hopefully it'll help you make your decision if you're in the market for a new foundation. Now this video is not sponsored. I've just always been a fan of Clinique foundations. What I like about Clinique foundation is that you're getting a really good quality department store foundation, but the price points are pretty reasonable. So I'm going to get started and show you all 3 of these. So here I am, sans makeup, with the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. As you may have seen before, it's a little bit different because it has a wand to apply it with. It at least lets you control the amount that you're putting on. I think it helps to maybe not use too much. They say that 1 wand's worth is enough for 1 application. I think it just depends on you and how much you usually put on. I say, dot this on however you want and then blend with either a brush or a sponge. I'm using a beauty blender to do it, but you use whatever you prefer. I've seen it done with a brush and I've seen it done with a sponge, so it just kind of depends on what you're used to using. This foundation is oil-free, but it does have some moisturizing properties. So since I have combination to oily skin, it works for me. And the color that I'm using is Alabaster. I like the color, but I think the next time I buy this foundation, I will get a darker color, maybe slightly darker. This is what the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation looks like. So I just applied this. It's supposed to have a natural matte finish. On me, just the foundation by itself, it looks a little more dewy than matte, but it's a natural matte, not a full-on matte. What I will do now is I will go and put on the rest of my makeup, powder, eyeshadow, blush, all that stuff. And then I will come back and show you what this foundation looks like with a full face of makeup on. And now I'm back with a full face of makeup on. I used a loose powder since I am a little more oily. This is what the finish looks like, so you could see for yourself. To recap what you get out of the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation, it's got a natural to matte finish, and yeah, I think that's pretty correct. It's a little dewier, but it's natural to matte, so I could see it's not an actual matte makeup. So I went ahead and made it a little more matte with my loose powder. It says it's good for all skin types. If you are quite oily, see what it's like on you. It has not made me break out. I've worn this for a while and I do like it, and a little does go a long way. I seem to dot a lot on my face. It's still far less than I would use with other foundations, and it's highly pigmented, so finding the right shade might be a little tricky at first. It just takes some experimentation, or not. I mean, you might find your perfect color at the Clinique counter, or you might need to try a few different colors to see what works for you. And again, while it does have the application wand, you still need to blend it with either a brush or a sponge. I've tried blending it with my fingers and that doesn't work very well. I just think that a dampened sponge or a brush, whichever you are more comfortable using, works a lot better. It has no SPF, so it's great for flash photography. You won't get any flashback. However, if you are using it during the day, you'll definitely need to wear an SPF underneath. I am going to move along with my day, and I will be back at the end of the day so you could see how the foundation held up all day. So now we're at the end of my day, and I have had the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation on for the whole day. This is what it looks like. Pretty tired, but I wanted to show you how the makeup held up. It's not going to look as fresh as it did when I first put it on, but I think it held up pretty well. I'm still happy with how it looks. I know that this makeup isn't gonna just slide right off my face. One thing that I noticed was it was heavier, but it still looked kind of natural. It didn't look cakey, I did have to blot my face because I am on the oily side, but I think you're always going to have to do that even if you use like a super matte foundation. But all in all, I really liked it. It lasted throughout the day. So let's see how the other foundations hold up. So here I am the next day without any makeup on, and I'm going to show you the Clinique Chubby in the Nude foundation stick. So this is one of their newer products. This is one of their newer foundations. It is a stick foundation. The color that I'm using is called Capacious Chamois, and this is more of a sheer to moderate coverage product. Yesterday, the foundation I was using had more of a fuller coverage, while this one is sheer to moderate, kind of evens out your skin tone. On the Clinique website, it says that it's for all skin types. It's oil-free, but it does have some moisturizing properties, probably to just give it some slip so that you can apply it easily and blend it easily. Now on the website, they give some cute ideas that you might want to try. The instructions on applying this are to draw dots on your face and then blend it. And then they give some cute little instructions on the website as well. So I am starting, and you can't really see it, which is a good thing, you know, while I'm applying it. You can't really see it on my skin, so you can see how sheer it is, and you know, you could see what a lighter foundation this is. So I'm just dotting it on my skin, and then I will blend. So you could blend with a brush, you could blend with your fingertips, you could blend with a sponge, a beauty blender, whatever you might try. So this is a lot sheerer than yesterday. So this is what the Chubby in the Nude foundation looks like, just applying it. So I dotted it on my face and used a makeup brush. What I like about just from applying just the foundation, what I like about this one is that it just evens out your skin tone. So it's not a major foundation, you know, major makeup look. It's just a evening out of the skin tone. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and put on a full face of makeup, the same colors I wore yesterday, and I will show you what that looks like. And this is what the Chubby in the Nude foundation looks like with a full face of makeup. So I put on some concealer and loose powder, and then the rest of my makeup, my eyeshadow, my blush, all that fun stuff. I really like this foundation. The coverage is a little bit lighter than the Beyond Perfecting foundation. So the finish on the Chubby in the Nude foundation is supposed to be a natural finish. So I am going to move along with my day and see how this foundation holds up, and then I will be back at the end of the day to show you what my makeup looks like so you can see for yourself how it held up. Well, it's the end of my day wearing the Clinique Chubby in the Nude foundation, and so I wanted to show you what this looks like at the end of the day. It's still intact. It's, you know, pretty much it. Of course, any foundation is you're gonna have some wear at the end of the day. You're not gonna look exactly as you looked when you first applied it and earlier in the day, but that's okay, that's expected. But for the most part, it stayed on my face. I did get a little more oily. I did have to blot. It is not a matte finish. It doesn't claim to be a matte finish, so I did notice a little more oil coming through, but that's okay. I just had to blot, and I blotted before I sat down to show you what this looked like, and I applied a little more lip color, but other than that, I didn't touch anything up. I haven't touched anything up throughout the day. All in all, I do like the Clinique Chubby in the Nude stick. I like how it makes my skin look. I like the finish. I like that I can make it either sheer or full coverage. It's easy to apply with your fingertips or with a brush. I like this one too, so we'll see which one is the best. There's one more foundation that I'm going to show you, and then I'll let you know which one I like the best for me. Okay, so now we are on to the third foundation that we are comparing. So today I'm going to show you the Clinique Super Balanced Foundation. A little bit more about the Clinique Super Balanced Foundation. This is not one of their new products. It is a classic Clinique foundation. I used to use the Super Balanced. I don't know why I stopped. I wasn't unhappy with it. I think I just wanted to try some of their newer foundations, so I didn't use it for a while. But I want to try it again, and especially compare it to their newer foundations to see what I like the best. So this is a liquid foundation, so I'm shaking it up a little bit. I'm going to apply it with my beauty blender. So I'm gonna put some of it onto the back of my hand. It's a little thick, but that's okay. The shade I'm using is Cream Chamois. And then I've got my beauty blender that I have dampened, so it's bigger. So the finish is a natural finish, and it also provides moderate coverage. I think the main thing about Super Balanced foundation is that it controls oil yet provides moisture at the same time. They say it's a smart foundation, so you've got the best of both worlds if you have combination skin, and it's made for combination skin. If you are familiar with Clinique's skin types, it says on their website, it says for skin types 2 and 3, so if you have really dry skin, probably not for you. If you have really oily skin, it's probably not for you. But if you have normal to combination skin, then you might like it. So this is what the foundation looks like just after I applied it for you. I haven't put on any concealer or powder or anything else just yet. I am going to go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup, same colors I wore with the past 2 foundations, and I will be back in a minute to show you what that looks like. Okay, I am back, and this is what the Super Balanced looks like with the rest of my makeup on. I have mattified it with my powder. One thing to note about the Super Balanced, it does not have SPF in it. So that is really great for flash photography so that you won't get any flashback. And if you are wearing it throughout the day, if you're wearing it as your daily makeup, then you probably want to wear an SPF underneath. Again, this controls oil, but at the same time provides moisture. So let's see how that goes throughout the day. I am going to go ahead and move along with my day once again, and I will be back at the end of my day so that you can see how the foundation held up and what it looks like at the end of the day. So it's the end of my day and it's raining outside. This is how my makeup held up with the Super Balanced foundation. So I was really happy with how the Super Balanced held up throughout the day. I wasn't nearly as oily as I was yesterday with the Chubby in the Nude. I loved how the Chubby in the Nude went on. I loved how it looked, but I did get a bit oilier yesterday than I did today. So I did have to blot. I blotted before I sat down to show you guys. I did put a little more lip color on, but other than that, again, I did not touch up anything. So I think the Super Balanced is definitely really good for oil absorption, and it did last throughout the day. I still have it on, just like everything else. Nothing's going to look exactly the same as it did earlier in the day when you first put it on, but I'm definitely happy with how it performed throughout the day. Still not sure why I stopped using it. There's really no reason why I would have stopped except just to try something new. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to decide on the winning foundation, and then I am going to wear that foundation and let you know what my results are, at least for me. So those are the 3 Clinique foundations that I am comparing. So I wish I could tell you that one of them is my favorite, but I like all 3 of them for different reasons. When you're picking a foundation, if you were to buy just one foundation, I would say decide on what your biggest priority is and then go with that. With the Clinique Beyond Perfecting foundation, I really like this one for the coverage. It gives excellent coverage, so if I have a breakout or if there's something that I want to cover, the Beyond Perfecting foundation is really good for that. It looks really nice on, and I would say for the coverage, definitely the Beyond Perfecting foundation. And then with the Chubby in the Nude foundation, this is great for a more natural look. I love how it makes my skin look. And so this is a great everyday foundation. The only thing about it is that I did find that I was a little shinier with this one than the others, but I still really love how it makes my skin look. I just have to blot a little bit more throughout the day. And with the Super Balanced, I really liked how this absorbed the oil. This was the best at absorbing oil because that's what it's made to do. If you're gonna have a long day and you don't really want to worry about blotting your face very much, and you want a foundation that's going to last you a really long time. They all last really well, but I would say the Super Balanced is really good for something like that. So in terms of, if I were just gonna pick one as my favorite at the moment, while I like all of them and I would buy all of them again, I'm liking the Chubby in the Nude one right now. I'm wearing it right now. I just love how it makes my skin look. It just really evens out my complexion, and I just like how this one looks. So there you have it. That's my opinion on the 3 Clinique foundations that I compared. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite foundation is, and if you've tried any of these Clinique foundations, let me know what you think of them. As always, definitely subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you all next time. Bye!